Why, hello there, people. Welcome to UClan Poker Live with me, your host, Mr. Simon Mercier Bailey. Today we are going to be running some sit and goes for the hashtag Lads Night In, sponsored by Pokerstars. And this is all in aid of prostate cancer. As you can see, we have our live streaming poker table at the moment. I'm going to need to turn the mic up, aren't I? Because otherwise you're not going to be able to hear me. And we're going to have some players coming in soon. I'm going to get some people to run me some information so I can keep you up to date on chip stacks and players. If you want to donate towards prostate cancer, there is a donate below the stream. If you just hit that and donate, we're aiming to try and get £300 raised by the end of tonight. We've already raised almost £100 through entries into this tournament. Just to give you an idea of what the structure is, we're going to be running a couple of hyper turbo sit and goes. I think there's 3 going to be running, and the best 2 people out of each one, maybe 3 I think, will be going through to our final table, and the winner will be getting a prostate cancer Lads Night In pack from Pokerstars, and he will also be getting the chance to win a trip to the PCA. Now, for the PCA, for people who don't know what it is the Poker Caribbean Adventure. It's a Pokerstars run tournament in the Caribbean, and I think it's a £5 buy-in, and you get a full package to it. Basically, through this, we get a chance to win 5 seats. So the person who wins the shootout tournament will be getting a guaranteed seat. If you just bear with me for 2 minutes, I'm going to see what's going on the stream outside, just to make sure everything's okay. I'll put on a little bit of music for you guys, just to keep you going, and I'll be right back. And if YouTube doesn't decide to crash on me. We're going to have several guest commentators and things coming through as well. With the notorious Simon Stephen will be joining us at some point. Kieran Fitzharris, the president of the Poker Society, will also be commentating at some point. So we're going to have a nice mix of people here. I will be back in 2 minutes. You can see, there we go. People are starting to take their seats now. And I'm just going to go and get some information so I can best update you guys. Be right back. Alright then guys, looks like we're going to be starting soon. I will be getting the player names through very shortly from because unfortunately the people that are supposed to be running the information are going to be playing in the tournament, so what can you do there? But they should WhatsApp me the actual names of the players. So as you can see here, we have an 8-max sit and go. It looks like we may have in seat 4 there, we definitely have Carmel Kelly, an Irish lass there. Not sure of the other people at the moment, but we will see. While we're setting up, I just want to tell you about some of the events that we got going on throughout the year, and I'd also like to have the Twitch chat up so I can actually see what you got if you guys are responding to me, which would be fucking awesome. We want lots of interaction and chat, we really do. There we go. Come on. There we go, I got it. Oh, it's covering up, that's why. So as people take their seats, yeah. So the first, the big, which is a long time away, but you should put it in your diaries, is the Champions Cup. That's at the end of the year. We'll be streaming that, and we'll also be streaming just before that a 24-hour cash game, which is going to be lasting all night. And there's always fun there. There's always fun and banter, and people getting very, very tired and hallucinating, and all these sorts of lovely poker things. So if you join us for that, I'm sure you're going to enjoy that stream. Hit that follow button down below, and you'll just get updates as soon as we're going to go live. And everybody's sort of playing around the cameras. I mean, like this table took us about 3 months of project, and as you can see, I'm very, very happy with how it's gone. I mean, these are basically just perspex sheets over the top of these hole cams here. And here we go. We now have the information coming through of who is in what seat. When it's updated, so we can actually find out for you. Right, so in seat 1 we have the Ross Higgins. Ross is the actual deputy chairman of the society. He's definitely improved his game quite a lot, but a lot of people like to play against him because there's quite a lot of value in him. Seat 2 we have a new player. We have Laura Kerrigan. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Seat 3 is David Long. Don't know him either. Seat 4 is Carmel Kelly, as I mentioned before, Irish girl. She's been with our society for about 3 years now. Probably one of the better female players that we have at society. She's definitely had a few notable scores in her time. So she's definitely one to watch in this turbo format. Seat 5, we have the Polish master. We have Dan Penrice. We call him the Polish master because he's spent quite a bit of time over in Poland. He's training for the police, so he's been over there, and he's a more sort of passive player. He's got a few moves in him, so just keep your eye on him in seat 5. Seat 6, we have another committee member. We have Conor O'Rourke. He joined society last year, and he is now in his 2nd year, and he's on the committee. I think he's our social sec. So nights out are going to be organised by him. So he's a very popular person around. And seat 8/7, which I'm not sure why it's seat 8/7, maybe it's 7-handed. We have Peter Wallace. Now, Peter Wallace, we've had some stories to tell about him, but we're not going to elaborate on them just yet. But Peter Wallace, at the UKSBC this year, he won he came 2nd in the high roller event for about, I think it was almost 3.5k. So he's got a few moves in him. He's been with the society now. I think this is his 3rd year in the society, maybe 2nd. I might be mistaken there. But he's a decent player. He's improved a lot over his time coming in, and I think we will be starting up the actual game now pretty soon. So we are going to be streaming every single Tuesday, and our society game, which is a free game with an optional buy-in, and there's going to be a 22-week league that goes on. So at the end of it, that's how you get, like I mentioned before with Champions Cup, that's how you get into the Champions Cup. It's a points-based league, and the top 8, I think it's 8 or 9, I think it'll be 8 this year because of the streaming table, basically make the Champions Cup. And it's a very prestigious event. Who won it last year, Champions Cup? I don't actually remember now. But yeah, let's just see how Twitch is going on. We need some more promotion going on here. So get your asses onto Twitch, boys, and we're going to make this a great stream. As I said, I'll be joined, as people bust, by some co-commentators helping me out tonight. And if people have seen my stream before, I used to stream a bit of computer games and things, so I have a bit of experience. But I'm not the greatest commentator. But we're learning. This is only our 2nd stream with this table. Yesterday we did a short stream with the whole cards, and it worked really well. And we got 10 viewers, which is, for the first stream, isn't too bad. I was pretty happy with that. So if you're watching, give us a shout out in chat, and also hit that donate button, because everything is to this day is going to a good cause. It's all going to prostate cancer research. So hit that donate button, even if you can only donate £1. Well, it goes to a good cause. It goes to a good cause. Right, let me just see the... Give me 1 second, guys. And just make sure this is all going out okay. Let's bring up the channel. Apologies for any intermittent noise you may get. So we learned a lot yesterday from the stream, so I'm hoping the audio is a lot better for you guys today, because we decided to mute the table audio just because where we're doing it, it's a bit loud. It's a bit loud and echoey. So yesterday we were getting a lot of complaints of echoing, and it sounded like a cat was being strangled. So we decided to mute the table mic, and we're just going with the commentary. Oh, and there we are. And we've already got 11 viewers. Big shout out to all you guys out there. Give us a shout out in chat if you have a Twitch account. We need some interaction going on. Apologies for the delay in starting. What is Peter Wallace doing on this bloody... See, this is... you're already learning about Peter Wallace. He does have a big mouth, and we're finding that out now. Pete, what are you doing? What a lovely face there. Lovely face. So I think we're going to be starting up in a second. Let me just message through. There we go. And it looks like we're just getting ready to shuffle up and deal here. We have started. So basically, we're running this on a 10-minute delay. So we'll be seeing all the action almost live. Here we go. We're starting off. And on seat 1 on the button at the moment, we have Ross Higgins dealing. Very good dealer. So it's on the actions on Carmel, and she will look down at 4-7, and she passes. Pocket fives. Oh no. Wrong one. 6-8 is the song, and he passes, and it's on Pete with Queen Deuce, and he'll make an aggressive raise here. Definitely a good raise in this spot, but he's going to walk into the Ace Queen of Ross on the button, who makes the call. And pocket threes for the small blind, which is Laura Creighton, and she's called, and also pocket fives have come along from David Long. So we're going to see a flop here. And the flop is Queen, Queen 6. So Ace Queen here has flopped massive, and Pete is in big, bad shape here. He's flopped. They both flopped trips here. So I don't see this with the way that Pete plays. I can see all the money going in pretty early here, and it's round to Pete. And is it checked around? I don't know. Can't see any action going on. And Pete's getting ready to bet here. Pete bets 350 here, and Ross is gonna just flat call here. I like the flat call with Pete. The way he plays, he's a very aggressive player. Maverick, how you doing? Maverick 11991, how you doing? Yes, I am bad, but unfortunately, I'm the only person who volunteered to commentate, so I'm sorry for that. We have some better people coming in later. We'll make up for it. So Ross calls behind, and there's also another 2 calls. So everybody's going to see a turn here. Oh, I bet this is. I know who this is. I know who this is. So the turn is a king. Turn is a king, and Ross still way out in front here with Ace Queen. Yes, there's a 10-minute delay on it, Ace King Jimmy. So we're getting the stream 10 minutes after. I think it might actually be more like 12 minutes because there's another delay going out to Twitch. Who is the best player you played at uni? Well, I could say it was Nawaz Ahmed. He is an absolute legend. He was a very, very good player. Now, I mean, to be honest, let me think. Best player I've ever played at uni. I'd say maybe Ben Hodgson. Ben Hodgson. And so it's folded. Pocket fives are probably going to get out of the way here, and there's a bet from Queen Deuce. In big trouble here. Ross just smooth calls, which is perfectly fine here. He's trapping Pete, and I can only see the chips going in on the river here because this is a hyper turbo structure. So People aren't that deep. I'm sorry, Ace King Jimmy. I'm sorry, Ace King. Ash Thomas, yeah, he was an absolute legend. He's a very, very good player. And the river's a jack, so I can only see Ross raising here. The guy's not going to have ace 10 ever in the spot, and he's not going to have 9-10 and the hand's not played out that way. So I think that's an all-in and a call, maybe. And Pete mucks his queen deuce. Did it go check on the river there? Really? I don't know how he didn't get any value. So Ross checks back the river there with top trips. I'm not sure why he didn't make a value bet there. The way the board was, very rarely you're going to be losing in that spot. I mean, he may be slow paying jacks, but sorry, not jacks, kings, but I don't think he has kings enough in that spot. You have to value bet. So on to the second hand. I know, I don't understand how he can check the river there with ace queen. I don't know what he's doing. But that is Rossickins. He's a little bit of a passive player. I mean, he needs to play more for value. Oh, TP Precision. How you doing this fine evening? He's playing at the moment. He's definitely going to be joining us later on the stream. If he busts, you never know. He could be on the feature table for the final table. So we will see. So just to let you know, guys, again, we're playing tonight for prostate cancer with hashtag Lads Night In and with Pokerstars. I'm such a bad player, I know. That's why I'm commentary. That's why I've been relegated to commentating. So here we go, second hand, and the action is on seat 5, and he makes the call with ace 5 under the gun. Bit of a weak call. Oh, Dave Long, yes, we have a Dave Long liker. He is in seat 3, so at the moment he has 7-10 of clubs. It's folded and it's round to Pete, who makes the call with 4-9 of clubs. It's folded from Ross, and another fold, 7-10, gets out of the way. Carmel may come along here with a suited king. I think that's perfectly fine. And here comes the flop. And we will see the flop. It is see a jack, another paired board, jack 4 for the flop. So Pete actually goes into the lead here. There's a flush draw of spades out there, but obviously no player has that. Penrice has the ace 5. He's going to lead out here. I don't think Pete's ever folding here. I think he's always going to at least see another street. And he does make the call. He does make the call. So we're going to go to turn here. King high should get out of the way. She doesn't want to get rid of it, but she passes eventually. And we're going to go to turn here, heads up. And we see a deuce on the turn. This is not going to change much action. I think it's going to go check, bet, fold most of the time. And Penrice is thinking about it. I mean, sometimes you are tempted to call here with just ace high. But I think there's a lot of pocket pairs here, small pocket pairs in Pete's range. He has made the call with ace high, it looks like. So he's going to see a river. And the river's the queen. Not a nice card for Pete here, but I think you can say, even if Penrice leads on the river here, I still think he's just going to call. Because I don't think you can fold the way the hand's played. Yeah, Penrice is going to go for a bluff here for 1,050 into a pot of about 13. And he's welling up, Pete. He makes the call. Or did he fold it? Looks like he did make the fold. Pete folds the river with the 4-9. So a good bluff there from Dan Penrice to take down the pot. Oh no, he did make the call. He did make the call. Looks like the chips are going Pete's way. So that's a good call on the river there from Pete. I think he played that very, very well. And I think the river bluff, even though it was who's the worst society player? Fish on a heater. Good evening to you. Worst society player. Who am I going to offend when I say this? The worst society player. I would say probably. I can't say Thomas Quinn because after our stream last night, which he took down, I can't say that anymore. So I'm probably gonna have to say. James Bale, probably. I don't Wetherall. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe. I think Wetherall's actually improved a lot over the last few years. But here we go on to the next hand. And we have seat 3 on the button, I assume, which is David Long. And the action is going to be on Conor O'Rourke first of all. Let's have a look. He looks down at his cards, and he has 3-5 suited, and he's going to call here. Blinds are up to still 25-50 here, and it's on Pete now, who's going to look down at 4-5 now. Is that a female on the button? Of course. No, it's David Long. We have 2 females on the table. We have seat 2, which is Laura Crankton, and seat 4, which is Carmel Kelly. And it's he's raised out here, Pete, as I said, playing the aggressive game that he usually does with 4-5. And it's round to Carmel in the big blind. And she passes, and it's back to the limper under the gun. I think 6-4 has left the table, so I think his hand will be mucked. Unless he has just disappeared out of shot for now. Yes, a real life grill playing poker. That's what, in our society, we have a very diverse range of people, and that's why it's such a pleasure to have joined the society. I'll tell you a bit about my backstory. I started, actually went to the University of Sussex, and I did chemistry there, and I just started playing poker there. A few around few of the casinos around there. Played the Poker Society for all 3 years that I was there. I was treasurer in my second year, and then I moved up to Preston, and I decided to see if there was one here, and joined these guys, and I haven't looked back since. So we're going to see some more action here. Pete's led out for 250 into 4-5 with a flop of 9 Queen 6. I don't think Conor O'Rourke's going to see a turn here unless he's going to float for the back door, and he does lay it down. So Pete takes down another pot, getting back from that loss on the first hand now, building his stack. So if you really want to help the stream out, follow us on Twitter, which is all the details are below the stream. Also, if you want to follow the stream, that would be absolutely fantastic. You'll get alerts when we're going live, and it's all these lovely things. All these lovely things. I do live in Preston. Angry Ash, and it's rather interesting up north. They say it's dire up north, but I wouldn't agree. And we're going on to the next hand here with Carmel on the button, so it's going to be on Pete Wallace under the gun with 5-10 suited. If he's going to keep up this aggression. He looks down at 9-5 and he decides not to get involved in this hand, and another fold onto Ace-8. In the cut-off here, I think we're going to get a raise or maybe a limp. We do get a raise to 150. Carmel gets out of the way. Another pass, and Conor O'Rourke may come along for the cheap price, but nah, he decides to get rid of it. Oh yeah, Rails to Riches. Yeah, the Preston bus station is, I call it one of Britain's greatest monuments. It is a fantastic structure to see. All that concrete in such a small place. It's brilliant. So he's just going to take that down with a raise and fold pre. So well played there by David Long. And we go on to the next hand, and we're going to have Pete on the big blind, and we're going to have seat 5, which is Dan Penrice on the button. See, we're already getting into the northern competition here, Manchester versus Preston. Well, to be fair, Manchester is about 5 times bigger than Preston, so I wouldn't argue with that. So it's on Pete first, looking down at King 7 here. Oh no, it's not on Pete first. He's in the big blind. It's on Jack's here, going to lead out under the gun with 150. And the pass, and it's on to pocket 8s. He could re-raise here. I wouldn't mind a re-raise in position, but he's just going to come along and just flat. And pass, Ace 5 in the small is going to see 3 as well. And Pete's also going to come along. He's valued in here with the suited king. So we've got 4 coming to the flop. And the flop is 8-4-7, and 8's flops top set here. Pete flops second pair, and Jack's with the overpair, so we're definitely going to see some money going to this pot here. I assume it's going to check to the Jacks, and the Jacks are going to lead here. Jack's lead for about three or 425 there. I don't mind a flat on the flop. You can even raise here because hands like Jack's, exactly, Jack's 10s, 9s, all of that sort of stuff, are all going to get involved in the pot. So he just flat calls with the top set, and Ace-5 calls behind for the gut shot, and Pete calls with his 7, so we've still got 4 going to the turn. Calm down in chat, guys, calm down. Let's keep this friendly. It's all a competition. It's all a competition in the north. So we're going to see a turn here, and the turn is another 4. So 8's fill up here, and I think Jacks maybe. Yeah, I agree with you, La Monkey Face. I think Jacks will maybe lose a few chips here, even off maybe not his whole stack. He might be able to get away from it, but I highly doubt it. I'll be very impressed with the fold because it's seat 1, it's Ross, and I really doubt he will be able to fold here. There's a raise on the turn. I really like that raise. I think that's the perfect spot to raise in. You're giving him a decision on the turn. If he makes the call now, he's pretty much going to be pot committed on the river. Pete's welling up with 7 here, but I really don't see him carrying on this hand with just the 7. I think he's probably going to lay it down here. Yeah, he lays it down. He's definitely folding. Go on, Pete. It's an easy fold. It's an easy fold. And he makes the fold. And is all the chips going to go in here? Ross might put it in here. You think he's thinking about flatting? He does flat. He does flat. So Jack's in big trouble here. They can only hit 2 outs to catch up. And then the river's a brick. But it's another club, so it does kill some action. But I highly doubt he has a. Ross is not going to put him on a club on this clubs on this board. So again, we have the seats. So seat 1 is Ross Higgins. Seat 2 is Laura Creighton. Seat 3 is David Long, who has the full house at the moment. Seat 4 is Carmel Kelly. Seat 5, Dan Penrice. 6, Conor O'Rourke. And 7, Peter Wallace. And Ross makes the call on the river here. He's going to see the bad news. And David Long takes down the pot. Very well played there. With I wasn't sure exactly how much he value bet on the river there, but he definitely got called. So well played there from David Long. So we go on to the next hand. So Ross will probably be a little bit short now. I mean, he did pick up with that pot from Pete earlier, but that was a big pot to lose. So Ross Higgins on the short stack right now. Pete nursing a medium-sized stack, and everybody else hasn't really got involved in any hands yet. So we'll see. So yes, Dave. Yep. Yes, Dave takes down. Dave takes it down. So well done to him. Well done to him. It's nice to see so many new faces at Poker Society. Actually, we always see at least 50, 60 new people come in every single year, which is always great. I mean, we do lose a few of them throughout the year, but the more you start with, the better. So we're going to move on to the next hand now, and it's folded. And we go around to Carmel, looking down at 6-7, and she gets rid of it. 9-10 for Dan Penrice. He's thinking about a raise here. It's just a limp. It's just a limp, and the blinds are up on this hand. 51. We are playing a hyper turbo structure. Hyper turbo shootout. We have 3 tables, I think, running, and then the top. No, I think we've got 4 tables. 4 tables actually, and the top 2. From each table, are going through to the feature table tonight. So we're going to the flop here with 4 runners. It was a limp pot, and the flop is King Queen 3 with 2 diamonds. So nobody flops a pair, I don't think. So this will be interesting. It might just go check check all the way around. Ash, it's a lads' night in, so it's a promotion for Pokerstars in support of prostate cancer. So everybody's paid a £5 to enter tonight. £1 goes to the food for later, and the rest goes to charity. So already with almost 35 runners, we've got over £100 raised, which is brilliant. So if you want to donate to the worthy cause, feel free to hit the donate button down below. And even if it's just £1, I know how much you love donating money, Ash. So, and it looks like a bluff here from 4-8. Out of Ross Higgins, maybe on tilt a little bit from that last hand. and he does take it down with the aggressive bet. So good play from Ross there to pick up the small pot to start rebuilding his stack. Oh, we have a donation, £4 from Will Killer. Thank you very, very much for that generous donation. It's very appreciated. It's all going to a good cause. And so everybody, Will Killer, can we get a big thank you in chat from everybody? Big thank you to Will Killer. The first donation of many, I'm hoping. Just send you a nice message there. Oh, get on your computer then, Ash. Come on. And we're going into the next hand here. We have folds already. Round to seat 5, who passes, and it's on to Pete now on the button with ace-3 of diamonds. He's definitely going to raise here. And he's going to run into Jack 9 and King 10. I think they're probably... Ross definitely is going to see a flop here. Definitely going to see a flop. And the big blind is also going to come along. $600 in the pot. And here comes the flop. It's ace, jack, queen. So, oh, that is a spicy flop. King 10 flops the nuts straight off. And with the raise on the button with ace 3, Pete's going to think his hand is disguised here. Oh, you're moving house tomorrow, Ash. Where are you moving to? Are you still going to stay in London, or are you just moving to a different apartment? Or what's going on with you? So your life's in boxes at the moment, is it? So if you, yeah, I know, just flops it straight out. Easy game. Let me just, I think that's what's her name? So that's seat 2. It's Laura Creighton. She's got the straight here, and all 3 players are going to see a turn. And she even picks up the flush draw as well. Just checking that she's got the flush draw as well. She's got the nuts with the second nut redraw. Oh, congratulations, Ash, you're making that commitment. We were all wondering on Facebook because we were getting constant posts, and the rivers are free. So Pete picks up 2 pair on the river here. Will Laura make a value bet? Is the question. I hope she does. I really do. Ross is actually going to lead this pot from seat 1. Trying to take it down. He doesn't believe that Pete has anything, and doesn't believe that Laura has anything either. And she's thinking, and she just calls, which when you're playing in these sort of streams, you do get some new players, and they are learning how to play. And she'll learn the longer she plays. Pete's also welling up, and he makes the call, and King 10 takes it down. Players looking at their cards in amazement, but she didn't raise the river there, but she played the hand very well, so you just got to try and get some more money in the pot there. And it takes time for people to learn. That's why we're streaming amateur poker, because you get some good plays, you get some bad plays, you get a good mix. You get a good mix all the way around. So we're going on to the next hand here. Ross definitely lost some more chips in that pot, so he's definitely going to be quite short stack now with this turbo structure. And we are moving on to, I think we're on about hand 10 now. So yeah, I also want to again mention the 24-hour cash game. So if you want to see some, we've also got the alumni event. So if you want to see some of the alumni come back and play on the stream, which they always get up to some antics, then put that date in your diary when we put it out there on Twitter. So follow us on Twitter. The link is down below. So give us a follow on that, and you'll always be updated when we go live on streams. And we're coming into the next hand now. And we have... Where's the button? They're hiding the button from me. So we look down, we've got ace 5, pocket 4s. I think it might be a misdeal. Yeah, it looks like a misdeal. So Carmel, the ever-reliable dealer, makes the misdeal. I think Ross is a bit on tilt, so he doesn't want the deal. Which is a bit unfortunate. So again, just to mention again, we're all doing this in for benefit of people with prostate cancer. The Pokerstars Lads Night In hashtag. So if you want to tweet out with the hashtag Lads Night In and let you know you're watching us stream this our Lads Night In, then that would be fantastic and a great help to all of us. The more promotion we get out there, the bigger community we can have on here, and that's what we're really hoping to build, a community with some with regular viewers, and just stream you some good poker. Well, not necessarily good; it's amateur poker. So we got the button back on seat 1 now, and we make a raise from seat 5. Sorry, seat 5. So with King Jack. Connor Rourke is called with Ace 9 here, and Pete's thinking about it with Jack 5. He's going to fold here. And it's on seat 1 with Ross with 7 deuce. And is he going to get tricky here with 7 deuce? He's going to make the call with... Oh, that's actually a raise. He raises it up. He makes the free bet with 7 deuce here from the button. A very aggressive play here from Ross. He may get through down Penrice. He does. Conor Rourke might come along here. If he does, it's going to be 2 to a flop. But even continuing with Ace 9 here out of position isn't exactly a very nice spot. But he does make the call. Good call from there from Conor O'Rourke. And Ross, we go heads up. The level at the moment, we're playing 51 at the moment. I'm not too sure on the stacks. I was hoping to have runners running me information, but that never materialised. So this is only our second stream, so we will be improving on those sort of things and adding bits and pieces into it to keep you guys better updated of the action that's going on. So the flop's 5-6 queen, and it's checked to Ross, and he leads out for about 1500 here. After, I think the raise pre-flop was around about 900, so I think there's about 18 in the pot at the moment. And Connor makes the call with ace high here. He's going to take another street. Ross must be very, very short stack now, so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes in on the turn here. Where am I physically? We're in the atrium at UClan Poker Society, and I'm just in one of the meeting rooms because it's a bit quieter in here, so you can actually hear me. Because we're actually streaming to another server with a delay on it, and then coming over to streaming it back over to this laptop. So pretty much you could do this from anywhere you want, which is really nice to have. And that's the benefit of having a Raspberry Pi. You can program it to do lots of things. And Ross is all in, and he makes the fold. A very good bluff here. Is he going to show it? He's not going to show it. Very cheeky there from Ross. A nice little bluff with 7 deuce to wake up the table there. Wake up the table. Ross can play very well at times, but sometimes he can blow up as well. So maybe we'll get a trademark Ross blow up next. You never know. A very unpredictable player. So we're having... Dan Penrice is having seating issues here. He's not high enough, so he's stacked 2 chairs. That's a very good idea, because one of the problems with the table that we do have is there is another layer underneath the table, which prevents people getting their legs underneath the table. So it's not perfect yet, but at least it's live. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. And yesterday when I was doing it, and the stream came up live on my laptop, and we were streaming to Twitch, so happy with it. So happy. I mean, we're breaking Twitch ground here. We really are breaking Twitch ground. Nobody's really, unless you're a big WPT, EPT, UKIPT tournament, you never really get the streams, and they've only really just started doing them on Twitch. They've been streaming them on their own sites most of the time. So now we're get on Twitch, get on the Poker Boom, and hopefully we can make the stream grow into a much better thing. Yes, I did program the Pi. I followed I had a good instructions online. With a little bit of tweaking, I managed to get it working, which I was very happy with because I haven't done much programming before. So it's nice to learn new skills. So we got Jacks in seat 1. That's Ross, and it's come round to Conor O'Rourke, who's got King 7, and he's made the call. I think the blinds are 100, 200 now, and it's come round to pocket deuces with Pete, and he makes it about 525 there. Ross with the free bet to 1,100 there. I like the free bet. That's a pretty standard play in that spot, especially with Ross's stack sizing. He really wants to play for stacks here with pocket jacks. And he gets a call from 8s from seat 3, which is David Long. David Long with the 8s again. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about it. We had to use a poor cam. We wanted to use a HD cam on that actually, but the problem is when you put in lots of things into USB hubs, you can only have a certain amount of data, and they can only supply a certain amount of power to the devices which are on it, and they just draw too much power. They really do. And he flops a set again with pocket eights. Ross is not going to be happy with this. David Long has flopped a set once again with pocket eights. And good to see you, Air Draken, as well. Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying some amateur poker here on our Lads Night In with Pokerstars in benefit of prostate cancer. If you feel free to donate at all, we're going to be sending all the money straight to the charity. We're not taking anything ourselves today. Everything's going to charity. So there's a lead out from pocket eights here. So Ross tanking with jacks here. You've got a horrible spot. I am working on that. Always use the fork. This was very much a skeleton layout. We have some better people who use Photoshop. I was using GIMP for it, and I was just basically making something to get us going. So this is basically just a skeleton. And then, yes, we do. The Twitter handle is actually underneath the stream, Air Draken. If you have a look under there, I think it's on the right-hand side panel, our social media. It should have a link on there to our Twitter. So just follow us on Twitter, and we will always be updating that when we're going to be going live on streams. Our plan at the moment is to hopefully have 2 streams a week. I know it's a little bit less than most Twitch streamers. We may be filling it in with people streaming some online poker. We're definitely going to be streaming our people playing the online league, because we have an online league as well. So we're going to have somebody streaming that. So that should be on Sunday. We're hoping maybe to get a cash game maybe running regularly, maybe on a Thursday or something like that, and we'll stream that, which would give us 3 streams a week. I know it's difficult when you're playing live to get enough people together. Yeah, I mean that's difficult, Angry Ash, because we're using OBS at the moment to run this, and you have to deal with all the plugins and things. I know there is plugins out there, it's just finding them and setting them up, and today was a bit of a rush. I had to go to loads of different shops to get tripods and things to set up. So this is basically just a skeleton loadout, and we will be improving it. I appreciate all the comments as well with ideas to improve it, and we're definitely taking all of them on board and trying to improve the stream to make it much better, because again, as I said, this is breaking new ground on Twitch, and we're learning as much as you guys. So it looks like another misdeal there from Carmel. It looks like she's given the deck to Dan Penrice, which might be a good idea with 2 misdeals. So we have Carmel on seat in the small blind at the moment, and Dan in the big blind. And we're going to Tripods will take over the earth. You've not seen War of the Worlds. Of course I've seen War of the Worlds. I saw War of the Worlds, the original, and the musical. That's much better than Tom Cruise version. Not that I'm dissing the Tom Cruise version. I did like that as well, which is weird because a lot of people didn't. So we have a call from seat 6 here, from Conor O'Rourke. Pete raises it up here with Jack 9. No, he's just making the flat here. I just misread the chips. That's another problem, is we can't read it, Pete. We can't read your message. We can't read that. Yes, Ash, we're more than happy to have you in the commentary booth. We're going to have different commentators. I'm only doing it today because nobody else volunteered. So I just wanted to get started because I'm mainly more on the technical side. Of setting up all the wiring and programming and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to get other people to commentate, but we will be getting more people later. So the action's gone. We have the flop. It's 3-5-8. So 9-8 has flopped top pair here, and he's going to lead out. It's David Long again with his 8s. He loves his 8s, doesn't he? Really does love his 8s. And it's Pete's flopped the flush draw as well. So we're going to the turn here. Looks like it's about 2,400 in the pot here. Pete misses his flush draw on the turn, so he checks over to David Long, who bets out for only 600. So Pete cannot fold here with his flush draw. He's getting two good odds. 2 good odds. I would love to see Ash and Rich as a commentary duo, a dynamic duo. And he rivers the flush here, but it's kind of difficult for David to get away from it on the river here, just because he has got a decent 8. But I think He's shoved here. Pete's shoved into him. So David has a decision here. And he passes. He passes here. I think that's a very good pass there from David Long. Well done. Well done. Yeah, Angry Ash. We may be getting some pre-encoded, because at the moment the cameras underneath the table are not pre-encoded cameras. So we're using an i7 laptop to do the streaming laptop to capture everything, and obviously it's using a lot of CPU. So we're using constantly about 17% CPU, which is not good. It's running pretty hot. So if we can get some pre-encoded webcams, then that would be good, because that would reduce the load on the CPU. And then we also will maybe get some more Raspberry Pis to maybe do the encoding for us, and then forward it onto another laptop to stop it having to use so much CPU, because it's not always good to be using over 15% CPU. Oh, we have a visit here.
10 minutes from now.
Thank you, sir.
10 minutes from now. Set a timer.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Right, so we move on to the next one.
I'm going to say I walk off.
And we have a visitor in the booth here. We have the president of the Poker Society. Will you introduce yourself?
My name is Kieran Fitzharris. How are we doing in Twitch chat? Are we alright?
Yeah, we've got quite a few people. We've got this Air Draken's been tweeting for us. We have Ash here. We have Rich. We've had our first donation from Will. So thank you very much for that.
$4. Awesome.
Yes, Will Killer. £4. More than $4.
Wow.
So thank you very much for that. And how's your tournament going then so far?
It's good. Yeah, I'm currently a chip leader on my table.
Yes.
I had Jack's flop top set. Got it all in 3 ways. Huge chip leader now, so I'm got to be a favourite to.
Is it top 2 from each table?
It is top 2 from each table. This is obviously the pre-qualifier. Even though it is being streamed, the final table will be the next sit and go. So we have 4 side events going on, like 4 tables on the side. So the top 2 from each one of them 4 play again on the final table on the stream, which you're all watching, and then that'll be for the glory of winning the Lads Night In,
and also possibly a seat to the PCA, which is very exciting. Very exciting.
Awesome.
Welcome to you, the kid 0486. So he's going back to play because obviously he has to win it all. But very, very warm welcome to you, kid 0486. Yes, it would be nice to have the UTG things. The problem with that is you have to have them moving around, because the whole cards are going to stay where they are. And either I would have to set up loads of scenes to switch between them, and I'd be constantly switching between them. I wouldn't be able to communicate with you guys. And it would be more difficult. What I really want is that I have actually done it, but the actual cameras are over the top of it at the moment, saying seat 1, seat 2, seat 3, seat 4, seat 5, seat 6. So I'll just let you know. So going around clockwise from the bottom left, seat 1, seat 2, seat 3, seat 4, switching over to the other side, top right, seat 5, seat 6, seat 7, seat 8, which we're not actually using at the moment. You can't donate at the moment, Rich. You should be able to. You just click on our donate button underneath the stream, and it should come up with a Twitch alert page. Just put in how much in there, and your name, and maybe a little message for us, you know, and then it should do it. If it's not, I'm not sure why it's not doing it. Maybe it's not appeared on stream yet. Is that what you're expecting? Maybe. Let me just check the dashboard to see if it's gone through. 1 second. No, we've not had it yet, Rich. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that, but just keep trying, and it maybe will help. Thank you, man. Thanks, kid. Yeah, I really appreciate that. We've put a lot of work into this and a lot of thought, and it's just nice to see it up and running and to be communicating with all you people. And hopefully it's going to grow. It's going to grow. So let's get back to the action now. We've had a little bit of a distraction. So we've got on the button with Ace Queen here. We've got a call from 910 from Laura, and a fold. And it's round to Pete with Deuce 8 suited in the big. I think it's been raised to 1,000 with the blinds at 2 and 4. We've got a few people that play regularly, mainly Cash, and I'll tell you about a few of them actually. We have Simon Steedman, who actually came 3rd in the Sunday Storm for about 9k, which was our highest cash so far. Flop here is 5-5-10, so 9-10 flops top pair. Ace Queen in position. I think it's gone check on the flop. And Ace Queen has turned Queen here, so maybe getting some value down pen rice here. Checks over to Ace Queen. And there's a bet of 1500. And I think Laura is going to call here after checking the flop. Yes, she does. Actually, the bet was 1200 actually, unfortunately. And the river is another 10. Wow, what a river that card that is for Laura there. She's filled up completely. Sorry, river trips there. River trips, excuse me. The stakes, cash games, a lot of them are micro stakes, guys, because remember we're all students. So at the moment, I feel there's a massive gap in the market for student poker, especially from the big poker companies. So people like Pokerstars and Full Tilt and 888 and all that don't really support student poker as much as we could. What's it, Teddy KGB? Welcome to the stream. What's he is Martin Gating, and how much is he down? Unfortunately, Martin is not with us today. He's at home. I think he's actually maybe watching the stream. 1 second, my battery's running low. I just need to turn this on. We should be back now. Yeah, that's better. Forgot to switch the power on, which is a bit of a noob mistake. But yeah, Martin Gate is at home. Big shout out to him. He's been doing a lot of the social media plugging for us today, which is great. So if you're watching, Martin, thank you very much for that. And let's get back to the action. So we're moving on with the blinds still at 2 and 4 here. And Dan Penrice shuffling up the cards, ready to go. So actually, sorry, I'll get back to Pokerstars. We have a lot of people playing micro stakes, just grinding. And we have people playing tournaments regularly on Sundays, like all the Sunday majors and that sort of thing. So we had Simon Steeman, who, as I said, came third in the Sunday Storm. We actually had a big cash a few days ago, actually, a guy called Conor Murray Playfair. He's actually sadly not with us this year. He was with us last year. Actually came second in the Big 880 for about 3.5k, which big congratulations to him. So the action is on Carmel in seat 4 right now with 7-6 suited. She doesn't decide to get involved with that. Dan Penrice with King 9 now. And he looks down. And he's going to just come along, I think. I think he's just made the flat call there. Free deuce from Conor O'Rourke, and he calls as well. May actually be a raise there to 1000. That's one of the problems as well with this cam, is you can't exactly see a difference between purples and blacks. Sound like he died? What do you mean, Ash? And re-raise from Jax here from Ross Higgins makes the raise. I've actually got some updated chip counts coming to you pretty soon in about 5 minutes or so. Because the thing is, we can't give you the information before it actually comes on stream. So we will see. We will see. So Ross makes the free bet here, and Dan Penrice is going to fold, and Conor O'Rourke's going to make a pretty wide call here with free deuce. It is like him dying, to be fair. Like Conor was a big part of our family, and the flop is 5-6 ace with 2 diamonds. Fantastic flop for free deuce. You couldn't think of a better flop with free deuce. Gut shot and a flush draw for Conor O'Rourke here. And the jacks of Ross Higgins, he's going to be steaming because last time he had jacks, it flop top pair, it's off an ace again. And he bets out for 2,800. Conor moves all in. Ross may make the call here. We'd love to do some mixed games. I mean, the problem with the whole cams is they only fit 2 cards in them at the moment, but we could maybe like squeeze 4 cards in and play like an Omaha. Definitely. You could even play stud. You could definitely play stud on it because you'd have the 4 face up. The only problem is then the top down cam won't be able to see it. It has to be able to fit on the flop cam and in the whole cam. So I think stud's off the table for that. But you could definitely do Omaha probably. You could do 7 deuce, triple draw definitely. That would work really well actually. If you can fit the 5 cards on there, I'd love to do some mixed games definitely. And Ross folds there. A pretty tight fold there from Ross, not wanting to get involved with jacks. He's not happy at all looking at his stack there. Yeah, Ross did get wrecked, unfortunately for Ross there. That's twice with jacks now. The flops come with an ace, so he's not going to be happy, and I think he's going to be getting it in pretty soon. With the blinds at 2 and 4 here, it looks like he's only got about 3k, so he's got less than 10 bigs here. It's most probably going in. So we're moving on now. And we have the button on seat 7, which is Peter Wallace. Yeah, I agree, Ash. I don't think it's a terrible fold, but he's committed a lot of his stack pre with the free bet, and if he just wants to fold straight to an ace, then fair enough. But I think most of the time Conor O'Rourke could be leading with a flush draw there, like sensing Ross's weakness. Obviously, the problem with this is we could do with the camera a little bit higher, so you can get a bit of a face reaction cam as well, so maybe get a few tells. But we do have an idea for that. Maybe in the bottom right column where we've got the donation at the moment is to have a dealer cam. And the way you would have that is to have a camera on the dealer's hat, and then you can get right into the action and be able to see everything that's going on, and maybe get some player expressions and things. But well, it's growing, and we're ironing out problems with it all the time. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I think they may be just doing a chip count quickly to give us some updated chip counts. I think Kieran might have been going around there. Oh, Carmel's back on dealing here. So hopefully not another misdeal. And we go to the next hand. We have the action on David Long now with a decent stack here. I think he's chip leader here. The action's on him with Jack something there. And Carmel, she folds over to Dan Penrice with ace-5 suited. Oh yeah, me too, Teddy. I'm definitely commentating on that one. I'll be actually no, I'll probably get involved, definitely. I'll be doing on the side. I'll be doing the running, taking all the notes. And Dan's gonna make just a flat call, and Conor O'Rourke here has ace queen, and he raises. He makes it looks like about 1100 there. Bit of a small sizing with a limp before with ace queen suited, but I don't mind it. At least he's actually made the raise, which is the main thing. Pete passes, and it's round to 3-4 suited. The raise, make sure he gets out of the way. Deuce 9 of spades, should fold here. Yep, I agree. Oh, sorry Carmel, I apologise to you. Yeah, it's, Connor's watching the stream on the side, so they can hear everything we're saying. And we move on, and it looks like Dan's made the call with ace-5 here, so we're going to go to the flop. A bit of a strange call there, limp calling with ace-5 in early position. It's a pretty early position as well. I just don't like that at all. I think you should raise or fold, just don't get involved, just limping and then calling off a raise, because your raise is going to be bigger anyway, so just raise or fold there most of the time from Dan Penrice, because then you get yourselves in spots like this, where you're out of position, facing a bet, and you've been against the betting lead. Enchiladas, Rich. Enchiladas. Oh, I'm well jealous of you. I'm actually starving now. I'm hoping somebody's going to take over the commentary at some point, so I can actually go and get some food and maybe a beer to celebrate Hampshire staying up into Division 1 in the cricket. Had to get that in there. Got my oh, I left my hoodie outside as well. Hampshire staying up, another year in the championship. Well done, lads. So and the bet and the fold from Dan Penrice. See, there you go. It's a losing spot there. You just fold into the bet so many times when you miss the flop. Unless you're going to make a play out of position, I just don't think it's worth getting involved with ace-5 there. Even in this hyper turbo structure, I think in the hyper turbo structure you have to raise there. No one cares about cricket, Ash. I would disagree with you there. I disagree with you there. Actually, I will. I'm going to put a little bit of song on in the background. Do you guys want a song in the background, or are you just happy with commentary? A little quiet background song, maybe. It's up to you guys. That I can commentate over. What do you guys think? Because I don't know how quiet or the background noise is at all. So I mean, we can put background music on if you guys want it, but if you don't, then that's fair enough, and you can listen to my beautiful voice all night. Fair enough, Ash. Yep, no problem. Yep. I'm working my arse off here. I work my arse off to basically make the whole table. Oh, and in seat 2 here, Laura has queens, and we have 8s again. Can he be as lucky as David Long here and flop the set? 8s have been very good. Darude Sandstorm, yeah, I wish I could. It would have to be royalty-free music, because we're actually saving these streams. So if you want to go back and watch these streams after, we're saving it mainly for the benefit of society, so people can go back and watch themselves on stream and that sort of thing. But Twitch has an automatic music recognition, so if you're using royalty-based music, it will mute that part of the stream. So if we play music, it has to be royalty-free, unfortunately. So Ross is all in, it looks like here, and he turns over, and he's going to see the bad news. He's up against queens here. He's got ace something. Move it down a little bit so we can see it. Okay, it's queens versus ace X. and she flops a set straight out there. Bad card there for Ross. He's not happy with that. And I think after this hand we will give you the updated chip stacks. So it looks like Ross busts here. He does. And seat 1, Ross Higgins, is actually out, unfortunately. So we're going to give you some updated chip counts now. So Ross, obviously, seat 1 has just busted. Seat 2, which is Laura Creighton, she has 15,400 chips with the blinds at 2 and 4. Seat 3, David Long, has 17,200. Sorry, seat 3, David Long. Seat 4, Carmel Kelly, has 8,300. Dan Penrice in seat 5 had 4,500. Conor O'Rourke has 13,900. And seat 7, Pete, has 8,300. So that's all the updated chip stacks. And I think we're still playing 2-4 at the moment. Yes, we are. We're playing 2-4. And yes, Le Monkey Face. This was more of a private project. Basically, I was trying to think something to do on Twitch for poker, because the poker on Twitch is exploding with people like Danny Negreanu, Jason Somerville, all these sort of people streaming out, them playing online. And I was like, we can't really play us online because there's going to be so many people streaming exactly the same as what we're streaming. We need something to be original to be able to make us stand out on Twitch. And I thought, if we could make some sort of whole cam table and stream live, because I know there's always good banter at Society, it's always good fun, you get some good players, you get some bad players, you have a bit of fun. I think streaming live poker would be much better. So we decided, Kieran actually drew up the CAD drawings and drew everything up with the help of his granddad, and then we came back to Society about two or so weeks ago, and me and Kieran sort of got onto this project really strongly there. Let's just go over this hand here really quickly. We've got seat 3 with David Long with Jack 5 of diamonds. Can't actually see the right hand community card, unfortunately, but the flop is 6 queen something and then a 9 on the turn. We have Jack 7 of hearts. Thank you very much, Monkey Face. Yeah, it took us about 4 days to make, and we had a lot of help from a guy called Gavin who does architecture here, one of the lab techs who helped us out with a lot of stuff. Because me and Kieran have both never done anything like this before, DIY, joinery, carpentry, that sort of thing. We've never done anything like that before. So he helped us out a lot with lending us tools and things that we needed at that exact second, showing us how to use them, giving us ideas of exactly what to do. So big thanks, big shout out to Gavin in the architecture. Yeah, we want to rub the Carlsberg branding off and maybe put our own branding on there. This was just an old poker table, because basically we were like, we'll take the oldest, shittiest poker table that we've got and try it on there, and if it doesn't work, then at least we've only fucked up a really shitty table. So, and it works. So we can even build more of these tables. Definitely, we could definitely build more with a better table. As I said, I love to do with pre-encoded webcams, because then it's not really going to bottleneck the CPU on the streaming computer, so that'd be really good. So back to the action. We have action on Conor O'Rourke. By the way, Rourke's says, who do you think is going to final table? And I think I'll definitely shout out for David Long here. I really think David Long's going to make the final table. And I also think Pete could make a comeback here. I'll definitely get sponsored by Carlsberg. I'd take that. Yeah. So it's round to the button who's folded, and it's on Carmel. It's blind on blind here with 4-7. She could get tricky here against Dan Penrice. Looks like they're discussing what to do here. I think she's going to make the fold here. She's not looking happy with her hand at all. And she makes the fold, it looks like. Yep, she does. And just gives up the blinds to Dan Penrice there. Standard hand there, standard hand. So Dan Penrice chipping up a little bit there. And the blinds must be going up very soon to 3 and 6. We're hoping to get this sit and go done by, what time is it now? It's 10 past 8. We're hoping to get this done by maybe 8:30, because the structure does speed up towards the end. Which, to be honest, if I had made the structure, I'd rather have it the other way around. I'd rather have the first few levels really quick, and then the last few levels have 10 minutes or so, because then at least, you know, like, when the blinds go up, you're not halving how many big blinds you have. But that Simon Steeman made the structure, so blame him. So we're actually now six-handed, so play a bit of six-max play here now. And we were on Pete with Queen 4, who actually is one of the shortest stacks. Yeah, I agree, Teddy. The Hyper Turbos are actually really good to watch, and I'm glad we're doing it tonight because it's not going to be too long a stream. It's only going to be like 3-4 hours, so it's not too long. You don't have to stay in for the long ride. Like a lot of the UK IPT streams, the EPT streams, that sort of thing, they go on for like 10 hours, and sometimes they're a bit long. And we have a visitor in the streaming booth. We are very, very privileged to welcome one of the old-time society members who's been with us for a number of years, and he's actually got the biggest cash at UKSBC out of all of us. A very good second place finish. Will you please welcome to the commentary booth, Lucas Durney. Lucas Durney coming in here.
Thank you.
So are you in or out at the moment?
I've been eliminated from one of the tables.
So do you want to tell us about your bust out hand?
It was.
Just want to move a little bit
Sorry
this way.
about that. I got down to about 10 big blinds, 11 big blinds. Fold round to me, opened, shipped 8s.
Yep, standard.
James Rose in the big blind with jacks.
What can you do? No help on the flop or turn or river then?
Not at all.
Well, if you've been watching, seat 3 is David Long. He's had 8s twice and flopped a set. So 8s have been playing pretty well for...
If only that had happened to me.
Don't be so nasty to Durney, Ash. This guy is royalty right now. This guy is the cream of Bristol. So you have to give him a bit of respect. So what do you think about... what can you say about UClan Poker Society out to the viewers out here? What do you like about UClan Poker Society?
I think I've been there for... This is now my sixth year of the society, so every year it's just been getting stronger and stronger, and I think it's done great for my game. Everything about my game's improved greatly over the time. And
did you start playing poker before you came to UClan Poker Society, or did you start then?
Started about year and a half before coming, just playing with a group of mates. It was a matter of having an hour break in my lesson for lunch during sixth form. One of my mates brought in a poker set one day.
The rest is history.
Group of us end up playing on a daily basis, and that's where I learned the game. Came up here, carried on playing, and the rest is history. And things have gone.
So why don't you tell us a bit about your UKSBC adventure and your tell us about a few of the years and then the main year.
Started back in my second year. My first year, say 5 years ago, down to Birmingham in 2011, and I think I remember 4-bet shipping King Jack offsuit in my opening year. So that just shows how things can go from 4-bet shipping bet to 1 year, but thoroughly enjoying the site, having a year off, and then 2 years later coming back, making a first final table and finishing runner-up. So it just shows what 2 years at this society can go to.
Exactly, you learn so much just playing every week in, week out. Even if you come if you come to university, even as a novice player, if you get involved in your poker societies and you listen to what people are saying and learn, then you can easily get a big cash within the first couple of years, easily. While we were having our little interview there, it looks like we've lost Peter Wallace from the feature table. I didn't actually see the hand. Did you see it, Peter Wallace? Well, we missed it, but unfortunately, I guess you guys can see it in stream, which is the main thing.
I have brought came as well to bring an update from one of the outer tables that has came to completion.
Yes.
With the first 2 players making it through to our final table later of Mark Smurthwaite and Jacob Georgialis.
So 2 permanent society members that have been with us for... Jacob Georgialis has been with us for 1 year, his second year, and Mark Smurthwaite has been actually with our society for quite a while. He's actually an alumni member, so you have the pleasure of seeing the pride of Japan, Mark Smurthwaite, playing on the feature table in our final table. And also Jacob Georgialis, who I think is actually a very, very improved player. I think over the summer he has improved a lot from what I've seen.
Yes, and from turning in, and it just shows that it's all you need to do. Is
exactly, he was a first year last year, so
anyone can go from whatever however you play, whatever things are like from a year as a from perspective as first year, anything can happen from practice, training, learning with the people here, and taking time into the game. So.
Well, thank you for your time,
No
Bernie, and
worries.
I'll let you get back to your pints and your food and your raiding the poker. I don't know if you're going to be doing some running for us or what you're doing.
Might do. We'll see what happens. But thank you very much.
Take this, and then fantastic. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
Thank you very much. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the streaming tonight. And remember to donate.
Yes, donate to prostate cancer, as Bernie says. He is the legend. So if you want to donate, click the donate button down below the stream. And as I said, all money from this stream today is all going to charity, all going to hashtag Lads Night In, which is in aid of prostate cancer. So if you really want to donate, that'd be fantastic, and we can hopefully reach our goal. I think we've got about £150 raised already, so we really want to push it up, boys. We really want to push it up and try and get that £300 target. We may be joined by another celebrity guest in the next few minutes, but let's focus on this hand first. We have looks like the blinds are up to about 5 and 1 now, and it's folded. Dan Penrice has made a flat or a raise. I think it's a raise. I think he's actually he's put it all in. Dan Penrice is all in here with 5-handed play. And it's going to come round to Dan Long with pocket deuces, and he's going to fold here. And we have the pleasure of Mr. Bust Out, Mr. Ross Higgins, coming into us to our stream right now.
Yes.
Say hello to our viewers, Ross.
Hello Twitch, how is everyone? Hope you're donating to prostate cancer awareness.
So tell us a bit about your... oh, he's got a phone call.
Oh dear.
Or is it your music?
Bit of music for a while. I'm playing through the final of the table.
Well, tell us a bit about your bust out hand, because I know you did you have jacks or something?
No,
and the flop came ace. No, you folded that one, didn't you, when you had jacks?
I had jacks quite a few times. Yeah.
Yes, we saw that. You both times you have jacks, it came ace high, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, it came ace high twice, and then the first time we had them, Mr. David Long flopped a set of eights.
That's a press release. We have to kill the Batman.
Oh dear.
We're having many people enter into the studio right now.
Our table's complete. Kate and Glenn.
Right, yes. So we're getting some more updates through. So our second twosome that are through to the feature table, along with Jacob Jordialis and Mark Smurfate, we have Kate. What's her last name? You'll know.
Mahon Weatherly.
Go on and pronounce it, because I can't pronounce that.
Kate Mahon Weatherly.
Kate Mahon Wiverley and Glenn Eastham, an absolute legend of the society, will also be making it through to the feature table. So we've got a good lineup so far.
And James Bell bubbled. He's notorious for bubbling.
And James Bale bubbled apparently. So
the entire hop.
Stephen, will you be making an appearance on commentary at some point?
I will after I have a small session in the library. 'Cause that's what we do at university.
Yeah, session in the library, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
So we will be having Stephen join us for some commentary after he's been to the library.
The library, yeah.
Anyone remember the episode? Show Me Stephen. Oh, poor old Ross. Right. Anyway, so David Long. So with that pot where he had the house and you had jacks,
Yeah.
didn't you? What was your thinking on the river there?
Well, I've not played it very much, so I wasn't sure what he could have there. But when he led in on the fourth, I possibly had a four, but I thought it was more likely he had ace eight, and then obviously he had pocket eights for the full house.
Yeah, I mean I think you can get away from it on the river. But it's a pretty tight
I was
fold.
on the fence, if I'm honest, but I thought I didn't always play well enough to make a decision.
Yeah.
So I just went with my instinct, which was wrong in that case.
Yeah. So basically, what do you think is the best part of UClan Poker Society since the time? I mean, how many years have you been with Society?
This is my third year.
Third year now, and you are the vice chairman.
I'm the vice chairman.
Vice chairman. He actually does all the work. You know, like the chairman just palms it off to him.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
so yeah, what do you think really makes UClan Poker Society?
Just the
Great.
atmosphere and the people. It's like a really good learning atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'm obviously not amazing now, otherwise I'd still be in. But the amount I've learned from the people of society, and including yourself, is just amazing. It's just really good how they just teach people from knowing nothing to...
Yeah, because we get a lot of freshers coming in who don't know anything about poker whatsoever, and then we sort of teach them, and you have to... It's a difficult thing to teach because you can get very frustrated when you're teaching poker, don't you? Feel like I feel very frustrated when I'm teaching some people poker sometimes, but you have to teach them that little bit, and then once they get it, it clicks in their head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they start understanding the game. And you got to get them to that stage, and then hopefully get them to UKSBC. So, how many years have you been to UKSBC?
I went my first year. I didn't go last year, but I'm definitely planning on going this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only been 1 year actually. But yeah.
How did you do that year?
I think I was the longest lasting fresher for UClan, which is pretty good. But
Oh yes, we had our fresher bet, didn't we?
Yeah.
And Ross won the fresher bet. I think who had you? Was it Martin?
no, it's Glenn.
Glenn had him.
Yeah.
So we had a bet on who was going to be the longest lasting fresher, and this guy here is the guy. So we're just going to do some hand analysis on this hand here. So we've got Carmel on the button, and after this hand I'll give you some more updated chip stacks and let you know what's going on. So it's on seat 3 at the moment with 5-6 suited. So no, she hasn't put her cards over the table. Oh, she's folded, sorry, my mistake. And it's folded round to the small blind and he gives it up. Very interesting hand there.
Oh, the big blind has ace jack as well. That is
Steaming.
regretting that no one opened.
Glenn
that
Eastham, Society's own Van Wilder. Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. Actually, I think Peter Wallace might take that title away after last year UKSBC.
Yeah, it was interesting, wasn't it, watching
Yes.
Peter UKSBC.
Yes. After he won the 3.5k, let's say some shenanigans went on. Let's say
Many
that.
shenanigans.
So we're moving on to the next hand. We are a 500 player. I was going to give you these chip stacks. So seat 2, which is, let's remember her name again. Laura Creighton. She has 16k. And seat 3, which is David Long, is now moved up to about 24k. So he's the big chip leader on the table. So he's looking good to make the final table at the moment. And he's actually a new player, isn't he? And very interesting. He's been playing very well actually from.
He's flopped a lot of sets.
1 second, let me just check that the stream hasn't dropped. That's okay, cool. Ban dipshit. Yeah, I agree, James. I agree. So yeah, I agree. David Long's definitely been very interesting.
Yeah,
like
he's playing well.
I mean, he's flopped a set twice, obviously, so that's good.
Yeah,
but he's actually played the hands very well, and he got away from a top pair. He had 8-9 suited. He got away from that on the river, so he's been playing well, and he's we're just getting a chip stack from the Ross Higgins there. So anyway, moving on, seat 4, which is Carmel Kelly. She's down to 7k now, so just above 10 big blinds. And seat 5 is Dan Penrice, who's dealing now, who's now on 6k. So again, about 10 big blinds. So there's your 2 short stacks. And then we have Conor O'Rourke in seat 6 with about 15k. So Ace King for seat 2, which is Laura Creighton here. And the action is on seat 3, which is David Long, who has passed, and it's over to Carmel, who has shoved with Ace 8. She's going to get the bad news in a minute from Ace King, unfortunately. Conor O'Rourke's tanking with Ace 10, and he's put it all in. Oh, so Laura, being a new player, I'm not sure whether she's going to actually put it in here. I hope she does. I really do. She's got a bit of a decision, and I think she does make the call. She does make the call, but Conor does have a big stack, to be fair. So it's a 3-way all in here with Ace King, Ace 8 and Jack 10.
Laura got a very big stack if she wins this, but she's in the best to do at the moment.
Yes, and it would look like David Long and Laura will be the ones going through because Dan Penrice is a short stack at the moment.
Yeah.
So 3-way to the flop, all in, and we see deuce, 3, 4.
Could be a chop for the ace.
6, and another 6. So Ace King will take that down and knock out 2 people. Unfortunately for Conor O'Rourke there. Well played from Conor. I don't think he had to shove there. I don't like the shove with Jack 10. I think he can just. I think he can just fold. Just fold. Like, just get rid of it. You've got people behind you, and even if. And we're going to get some more guesses. See, this is the best thing. Like, as soon as people get knocked out, they come over and they want to get involved, which is the best thing. So we're a free-handed play now. No, it's just happened.
Yeah, they've just lost 2 dollars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just double knockout. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So I think we're going to be. Ross is going to be leaving us now, and I'll give you these updated chip stacks, and then we'll be getting another guest, an absolute legend of the society. I was talking about him earlier. He won 3.5k at UKSBC by coming second in the high roller. Welcome to the stream, Peter Wallace. How are you doing this fine evening?
Not bad.
Give him a big shout in chat, guys. Say hi to everybody. We have quite a few viewers. So tell me a bit about your knockout. And
there was a lot of. It's not very good that you don't have any sound on the table. I think that'd be good. Basically, so I got Queen 4. I don't really. I'm one of those people that don't really look into.
Yeah, well, we realise you're pretty loose from your early play.
No, but I mean, I don't remember bad hands very much because I just don't I just put them out of my memory kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was Queen 4. I don't remember the positioning and anything like that. Anyways, the flop was 10-4 deuce.
Yeah.
And I raise, he re-raises, and then obviously I've got about, he re-raised to 2,500, I've got about 6k, it's probably a bad spot, but obviously I just, after that.
Well, I think he can fold a lot of hands there, like almost ace high's gonna get away from it.
The conversation that went on basically was I just said to him, I was like, I can't just call. It's either all in on or fold.
No, I think that's
and
exactly
I can't
right.
fold. I said you've got.
If he's got a weak hand, he's gonna be
I
folding.
said you've got ace 10, king 10, something like that, and I can't fold. So in his head now, he must be thinking something. He must be thinking, no, he must have something, but he just fair enough, he called.
I'm just
But
gonna.
He's played well. He's picked
That
up a
David
few
Long,
hands
you
well,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, he's actually played very well. So with that hand early on, there was a hand with Queen Deuce that was very interesting, where Ross had Ace Queen and you both flopped trips.
Yeah.
What happened on the river then? Did he go check on the river?
No, it.
I thought it went check. Apparently not.
I'm not too sure. I can't remember it. I don't quite remember. I just remember I think I checked. He raised that I called.
Right.
He was on
Okay.
the
So it's
button,
just
wasn't
standard then.
it was the first hand, I think. It's the very first hand.
Yeah. It's down. Not according to this. 1 second. Apparently midstream may be down. So
King Jimmy wants me to show him his party trick. Show him the party trick.
What trick?
Oh, nobody wants to see the party trick.
I want to see it, mate.
Oh.
let me just see if it is down. No, it's still going. Still going. It's absolutely fine.
Okay, cool.
Maybe just Ash's Xbox.
I
So yeah, the stream's still up.
I heard before about. You said a few shenanigans went on.
Yes. Why don't you maybe not elaborate on the illegal ones, but elaborate on some of the other ones? So what did you do after you won the 3.5k?
I obviously I got it given in three grand's worth of £20 notes. Had them in the front of my hoodie. I went round to the different people that had staked me, just give them, and I got 6 £50 notes. And I only found this out 3 weeks ago. I gave a £50 note to Luke, said go to the bar, get us a round of drinks. He actually went straight to the roulette table, puts the £50 on red. It actually came in, so he kept the other £50 and went and got the drinks with my 50. And he only told me 3 weeks ago.
What a bastard!
He only told me 3 weeks ago. But apart from that, we did a lot of drinking happened.
Do you want to jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually going to be leaving you guys now, swapping with Stephen as anchor.
Sweet.
Oh,
Do you want to do anything with Pete?
Stephen,
I don't mind.
what do you want to do with me?
I want to hear how your feature tell
I'd give you some final updates. In this final battle three-way, we have in seat 2, which is Laura Creighton. She has 32k, so a nice big stack there. We've got some in David Long has 41.5k, so he's the big stack, and we have who is it? Oh, he's moved round, has he? He's moved seats. Dan Penrice with about 17k, so short stack. So this could go all in here because he has pocket 8, so he may get a call of king 10. You're going to get feedback if you bring it here. Yes, I'm going to take a break now because I need a pint and I need some food, and we're going to have Simon Stephen coming in as anchor host now. So enjoy that. We're going to have free-handed, then we may be taking a short 5-10 minute break, probably about 15-minute break between the final table. To eat pizza, exactly.
Pizza.
And just to give you one last update, we've had 2 more people added to our final table lineup now. We have Kieran Fitzharris is going to be making our final table, and we also have Jacob Moore, another second year, along with Jacob Giornianis. So 2 Jacobs on the final table. So we're looking forward to that. We have a good lineup so far. Duncan Sim, it says, is Kieran Fitzharris here? And he says, yes, he is here. But he's made the final table, so he actually won't be joining us in the commentary booth. We may be having a short interview of him before the final table, like we have with all the players, to let you know what's going on. But I'm leaving now, and we're having Simon Stephen come in and do the commentary. So thanks for being with me, guys. And just one last thing, donate button down below. All money goes to prostate cancer, all in benefit of that. So if you feel generous, donate button down below. Anything you can give will be absolutely brilliant. So thanks, guys, and over to Simon Stephen. No, we just put on a break screen.
Sweet.
With some music.
Tilt the screen a bit forward so you can see the whole body.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, hello everyone. Simon here, the other Simon, Steve Man. How's it going? So this is the charity game for prostate cancer, as you already may know. I'm here with Peter Wallace. I was playing the comp earlier. I busted, unfortunately. Pretty standard spot, ace-6 into ace-8. Both flopped a pair. GG. Button versus small blind for like 10 bigs. How did you bust, Pete?
It's not worth telling.
Oh, yes, it is.
Everyone will have seen it. Who's been watching? Everyone will have seen it.
Oh, I
It was,
don't know. I want to know.
It was Queen 4 suited into ace 10. Flop was 10. It wasn't pre. Flop was 10, 4 deuce. I raise. He re-raised 2,500. I had 6k. Well, there was quite a bit of talking going on. I put him exactly on what he had. I said ace 10, king 10, something like that. I said I can't call, so I shoved, thinking I've just said what he's got.
How many hand are you
He's probably
playing?
going to fold. It was 500.
5-handed.
500, and I thought he's probably going to fold now because I just put him on and then shoved as well, but he just called him.
And you think you're repping jacks plus?
Well,
Which would beat an ace 10.
Something I don't know. I wasn't really too fussed, but
Well, let's see this next. This is his current hand.
yeah.
We have what looks like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 8 board. 1 to a straight. There's a flush out there as well. Oh, it's an all in. We cannot. Oh wow, we've been donated £4. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, I was on the table before, and the piece of paper that I held up actually said thank you to that guy. It was Will Killer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Donated.
Thank you, War Killer.
Thank you very much.
So we have 6 people made it to the final table. We're just waiting for the feature table to finish. Blinds must be about 2k, 4k. The average stat must be about 10 big blinds. Maximum.
The blinds have been like higher than that. They were 2k, 4k when we finished.
Yeah, it's been
They were like 4k.
yeah, it's been very, very hyper.
This is the first official stream of Uclan Poker Society. We'll be playing every Tuesday for the weekly league game, where you can see the updates, and we'll have the link posted below to see the current standings between the players. We'll have the off cash games every now and then, and the big events like the alumni, the charity game, and Champions Cup for the top players in the society. Let's check out this next hand here. We seem to have Jack 7 from the looks of it
I can see.
for Dan Penrice.
They're not,
Yep, it has it.
Actually.
Oh, aces.
Aces. Okay.
Aces for
GG.
David Long, is it?
Yeah, that's.
With King 8 here. Aces on the button. That's how we like it. Oh no, aces in the big blind. We can see some actions here with Jack 7 is the short stack. You'd shove blind versus blind. Keeps his hands down. Let's see if we can actually see any live tells with aces. This are the girl. Who her name?
No, it's aces. Laura, isn't it?
Laura has aces in the big blinds. It's going to raise in the button with King 8.
No,
Oh, it's aces on the
Eight.
button for David Long. He's raised. A fold from Kate. Aces take it down. On to the next hand. Carmel Kelly there.
she had 8. She folded 8.
Now she folded King 8 in the big blind.
Wish she could read it. I swear, because instead 8. I'm not good at this commentary.
It's okay.
I'm gonna step out and let
Okay.
you do it better.
We'll bring on next
Mr.
our next co-host, Ross Higgins.
Yeah, I just stepped out for Pete. I was playing Pete out of the spotlight for a bit.
So, no worries, see you later, Pete. Ross Higgins, tell us a bit about yourself, your poker career.
We've just been through this with Simon Bailey.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't.
Okay. It's my third. This is my third year in the Poker Society.
Oh, Ace-9 for Dan Penrice.
Oh, yeah, so let's just watch this.
And Queen Jack.
Queen Jack suited. Is that suited?
As a beginner player, what do you think about Queen Jack? Not you personally, but when you're a first year player.
I think to beginners it looks very nice with the hand.
Because you've got 2 pitch cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it can be overrated quite a lot by some of the newer players.
Yeah, you see it a lot online, don't you?
Yeah.
People get in with Queen Jack thinking basically it's the nuts. It's a raise from Ace-9 and a call from Queen Jack. Percentages here is probably what, 58%, 42% in favour of Ace-9. Let's see the flop.
So, yep. So we got.
It's a Jack high board, Jack
Yeah.
3-3.
So it's got actually a pretty good spot for the Queen Jack with Ace
Yeah.
9 barrels, which I
It's a good
can't
check,
see.
good
Oh
check,
no,
check.
check back.
King on